So we're in the bathroom today, and I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things I do for hair care, and I want to talk to you a little bit about castor oil. Castor oil, cold pressed organic castor oil, I really like. Um, it's very helpful for digestive problems, for liver detox, for making your skin feel nice and your hair. It actually promotes hair growth. And it's funny, when my great grandparents were raising their kids, it was also a punishment. Instead of having your mouth washed out with soap, you would get a nice spoonful of this. So I'm sure it tastes fantastic. Now, I have used this directly in my eye before, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. I don't know if I would recommend doing that, but you can do that. But if you're going to use it for eye floaters or something like that, or to grow your eyelashes out, it's probably better to use it actually on your eyelid. But I have this nice organic cloth here, and if you want to detox your liver, you just pour some of the oil out on this cloth, and you would just put that directly right on the place where the liver or gallbladder is. And you would leave it on there for about an hour. Right now, though, I'm going to use it for something else. So if you're like me, in the wintertime, your hair starts to look like this. Look at that. It's dry, it's brittle, it's breaking off, it's got all these split ends, and it just is, it frizzes up with the humidity. I'm going to show you two tricks that you can do to make that better. The first thing I'm going to do is something I would do if I'm out somewhere. If I'm out somewhere and I don't have anything with me, you're at a friend's house, you're out at a store, or wherever you're at shopping, I'm going to show you what I would do. I'm going to turn on some water here. Got some warm water. And I'm going to put both hands under here and make sure my hands are really wet. And then I'm just going to do this. No more frizz, see? Now, if you're out somewhere, you'll have to do this more than once, depending on how long you're out. But it really got rid of the frizz. But it's a temporary fix. Now, if you want something to look a little nicer, I'm going to take my castor oil and I'm going to use this on my hair. And this actually will make it look like you went out and got a fancy hot oil treatment. So I got an old brush that I don't really use anymore. And I'm just going to put the castor oil, just a few drops, right on the brush. Now, if you use too much, your hair is going to look a little oily. I'm just going to brush my hair with this. It makes your hair really flexible. You know, it gets dry and breaks off, you know, in the wintertime, but when you brush it with castor oil, it's a lot more flexible, less likely to break. So I'm going to just brush this. You can see that shine. Look at that. Look how shiny that is. You can see, though, the problem's still going to be there. If you want to know, I had a hairdresser show me this years ago, how long you should grow out your hair. If you put your hand in the back of it, where you can start to see through it, that's the length that your hair likes to be. So for me, I would have to cut about that much off. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't like paying for stuff I can do myself. I am not experienced at cutting hair, but I've been cutting my own hair for over a decade now because I just don't want to pay people to do it. So I'm going to do that next. Got some sewing scissors. These are super sharp. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to try and part my hair right down the middle so it will be even when I cut it. Now I have a mirror. It's double-sided, and one side is a magnifier and the other side is just a regular mirror. So I'm going to have that so that I can see the back. But first I'm going to start with the front where I can actually see what I'm doing. Now my hair is uneven on the ends, and that is because it breaks off and it's brittle. And there's certain illnesses that can cause that to happen, and certain medical treatments and medications. So any number of reasons could cause that. So I'm going to just brush this down as best I can. And I'm going to cut this. Now you should cut your hair when it's wet. I might have to wet it a little more. And it's going to be shorter when it dries than when you're actually cutting it. Just be aware. That's probably a little shorter than I wanted it. But it's hair. If you mess it up, it'll grow back. Now if I wanted a layered look, I would cut up and down with the scissors. That's how I would do that. But I don't really like that look so much. So I would say about here. Now I'm gonna brush it and make sure it's even. Yeah, it looks pretty even. Now I have to check the back. I gotta make sure I brush it all down so that I can see. Now you can see there's a big long piece right there that I need to deal with, so I will be doing that next. First I have to see it. Now I'm just going to cut it while I'm looking here in the mirror. It's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to reach. That's actually not too bad there. That's pretty good. Now my hair has natural curl, so the shorter I cut it, the more it's going to curl up. If I do this, I will get some curls. And if I spray it with a spray bottle, it'll really curl up. So I'm not going to do that. But now that I cut it shorter, it's going to have a little more body and it's going to look a little fuller. So that's going to be really great. And while you're here, I want to show you the shampoo that I use. I love these. They make my hair so soft. And I like that the shampoo and the conditioner bottles are two different colors. So when you're in the shower, you got soap in your eye, you know which one's which right away. Now here's another shampoo that I really like to use. Argan oil is really great for your hair. It also can promote hair growth. The problem with this shampoo is it's frequently out of stock. So let me know in the comments if you ever cut your own hair. How did it turn out? Now when I was a kid, I did this right before picture day one year, and it was terrible. Anyway, don't do it right before picture day. And if you're still in school, just don't do it. Now you can see that it's pretty much one length, but this is not how I wear it, so I'm going to flip it to the way that I wear it. So it might look uneven when I do this, just because, you know, it's flipped, but it feels so much better. It just has a better feel, and it's so soft from the castor oil. Now you can put castor oil on your hair and then put on a cap and then sleep with it like that. I've used castor oil as a conditioner before, but in the morning you really want to wash it out right away. I would say I cut off about 4 inches maybe. And if you need a haircut, I can start up a side gig.